In this one, we're going to go ahead and remake from scratch Travis Scott's Love Bass Synth. To recreate that bass synth, we're going to use a stock plugin in Logic Pro called ES2. And we're going to start off with the default preset that loads up. Let's get to that melody. Just copy this over. Now that we got the melody down, let's go ahead and just force legato so all the notes hit the next note in line. I'm going to select all of my notes. I'm going to go shift backslash, and we got all the notes stretched out. Now let's get to that sound design. First thing we're going to do here is going to select mono because this is a bass synth. I just want it to be mono so that it doesn't overlap each other. Then we're going to go ahead and select unison to make this nice and wide. I'm going to pull up the amount of voices. So that's just a fuller sound in unison. Next, we're going to go over to our analog knob here. I'm going to pull this up. To get detuning between the oscillators, just to give it more of that analog vibe. The next thing we're going to do here is pitch down 2 of these oscillators. They're all sawtooth oscillators, but I'm going to pitch 2 of them down 1 octave. And now we're starting to get that thick, meaty Travis Scott bass. Now let's go ahead and just use our filter 2 here. So I'm going to use this blend knob, push it all over to the right. And I'm going to pull up the cutoff here. To about 11 o'clock because I want to use the fat filter right over here. And I'm going to do it at a 24 dB slope. So I'm clipping a little bit. I'm just going to push this back. Let's add in a little bit of grid with FM here, just a little bit. Next, let's move to our amp envelope. I'm gonna pull up the attack a little bit so it's not so clicky. And I don't want the envelope 2 to sort of add in a sort of attack to the synth. I'll show you what I mean. So if this is all the way up, see when it attacks, the filter is going to open up. I don't want that. So I'm going to bring this down here. I'm going to just bring it down to off. Now we're just going to pull back a little bit on the cutoff using this right here. If I go up, it's going to make it darker, but if I pull it back, next, let's add in some grit and some noise to the sound. We're going to go to Logic's Bit Crusher. You can find that under Distortion Bit Crusher. And once again, we're going to work off the default setting that loads up. What we are going to do is pull up the resolution a bit. So it's more noise than anything, not those artifacts. And I'll pull back the mix a little bit as well. Now, if we add in the drums, I'm going to go over to my library right here. I'm going to go over to the Utopia kit. Let's go to drum kits. We'll go to Utopia. We'll go to the deconstructed kit and let's pull up this track, track 16, Love. I'm going to bring in that drum break. Let's just drag that in right there. All right, and now we're also going to bring in that snare. Let's bring that snare in. Let's bring that into a drum machine designer. Let's draw in that hit. And lastly, let's bring in that siren. I'm going to go over to the loop browser right over here. I'm going to type in siren. And I'm just going to find a siren. That sounds close to the original. That sounds pretty close. I'm just going to bring that in right here. That right there is how you create the bass synth from Travis Scott's Love and Then Some. If you are looking for that Utopia deconstructed kit, I'll place a link down below this video. If you do have any questions on this or just want to chat, let's go and talk in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Later. Peace.